Welcome back. Let's talk about Tia Mowry and Cory Hardrict, right? Tia Mowry is an American actress, just in case you don't know. 46 years, I'm still thinking she's 17. But anyway, 46 years old. Tia Mowry is one of, they're actually identical twins. Are they identical? I think, well, almost identical. I don't know the difference. Tia Mowry is an American actress, and they used to have the sitcom show, when we were growing up in our teenage years into the early 20s, the Tia and Tamara sitcom show, very popular actress, both of them actress, TV talk show host, all of that. Okay. So, but she filed for divorce in 2023 from her husband. She filed for divorce. She was over it. She was done. She was done, done. And she called it at the time. She said she was, what did she say again? She was graduating. she graduated from a 14-year. At the time, they were in a 14-year-old, in a 14-year marriage. I know. I'm asking the same question too. Tia seems like she's having a struggle time with this divorce of a thing, as an idea that a lot of women are frankly fantasizing about. And I understand. Again, the story we just covered, Black Diamond said, if you stop being desperate and focus on self, like you said, desperation is unattractive. Yes, that will kill it. That's going to be one of the secrets we're talking about here too, right? So she moved on, divorced. She started doing interviews, and one of the interviews she talked about, she doesn't see it as a failed marriage. See it as kind of like similar to see a 1-pack as a 6-pack, but not really a 6-pack. Okay, so she's not saying it's not failed, but she sees it as 14. Anyway, we talked about that back then. But since then, she's been, at one point she will flaunt pictures like she's moving on. She started showcasing all kind of stuff and different things, So, but she seems like she's struggling. I want to play this video for you guys, and then we'll talk. This is what she said in a recent interview. What is this, on WeTV? I think she has a talk show or something. No, she's on a reality TV show or something like that. But let me play this and then we'll talk.
The family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
We're about to go to Daddy's house now. Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's
the family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one.
Just not where we are right now.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing the headlines. I know y'all are going viral right now with the awkward hug. Like, it's so
exhausting.
stupid.
It's exhausting.
I know.
The red carpet video, yeah, about that. This was the first time that Cory and I had ever seen each other on. Just not where we are right now.
How you doing? How you feeling?
All right, so let me see here. I think there's another one here. Okay.
The family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
We're about to go to Daddy's house now. Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's just not where we are right now.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing the headlines. I know y'all are going viral right now with the awkward hug. Like, it's so
exhausting.
stupid.
It's exhausting.
I know.
The red carpet video, yeah, about that. This was the first time that Cory and I had ever seen each other on
The family dynamic
All right.
of having a mom.
All right, there you go.
had ever seen each other on the red carpet since the divorce. This is an event where women are being celebrated and honored, and he had never gone to any one of these events. I go to them almost every year. It was blown way out of proportion. Had ever seen each other on the red.
All right, so now let's talk. So again, we're talking about Tia Mowry, and that's what they're talking about now. That's how she's made the news again. And there's a lot of people just running their mouth on the internet as usual. And when they're talking or making comments on this kind of issues, they just tell on themselves, you know. But what is the secret of bringing Tia Mowry and Cory Hardrict back together forever? Honestly, I don't think they're coming back together. But I see how it can be easy. It's possible that they can come back together, by the way. But I see how it can be easy for some people that are fantasizing about, if you leave your marriage, it is the end of the world. I say, not necessarily. You're saying that from a standpoint of person who is looking from the outside in, right? So just because she's very outspoken about her dating experience right now does not necessarily translate to that she's fantasizing about getting back in that marriage. I get it. It's a fantasy that I actually have for them. I think Cory is also a solid guy. But I think there's a lot more to Cory than a good guy, right? It could be a good guy. Just because you're a good guy doesn't mean you're competent. It doesn't mean you're a skillful husband, right? Definitely because you're a good-looking girl like Tia doesn't mean you're a skillful woman, a wife. It doesn't mean you're a wife. It doesn't mean just because you've been in the marriage for 14 years doesn't mean you are meant to be a wife too, right? Or it could have been exactly what she said. It lasted for as long as it needed to last. We graduated 14 years later. Wala, 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 wala. Anyway, but it's not. But I see a lot of this comments, and I wanted the comment is what I really wanted to react to, and then we'll round up. So she said that they're no longer close. Her and her twin sister, and it's just not what it is. The twin sister is married and with kids and children, so she's probably busy with her own life, or they might have toxic stuff going on too. We don't know. She didn't say much of that. This person said twins not being close sounds crazy. Really? Doesn't sound crazy to me. They're just siblings like any other siblings. But again, a lot of people fantasize that twins will be just close, always glued to each other's hips forever. It tells you how deep people think. They don't really go beyond the surface for the most part. Most people think from a very myopic place. They don't take the time to really think, you know. Y'all are sitting here saying she gave up on a good man. We don't know what went on in their marriage. Did y'all not hear her say she's been going to these invites for years alone? He never participated, but now that they're divorced, he's now attending. That speaks volumes. He never valued her. He didn't listen to what she wanted, what she loved. That's a good point. That person listened. I could see that. That happens a lot. People start to change their behavior once it's too late, or once they've lost a good person, right? People start to listen suddenly because they've lost that person. They took that person for granted. See finish. It happens all the time. So that shouldn't be a shocker to people, but it might be. Who cares about Cory? I'm sad the twins ain't twinning. Don't care what y'all say. Y'all can never make me hate her. Okay? This comment section is weird. Chock full of accusations and assumptions. Shake my head. Not having your family while dealing with life is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Somebody said, I feel her. Sister bonds are important. Relationships change once you get older. For me, I'm very intentional. Just last night here, my sister in love, my wife's younger sister, popped up 10 p.m. Like, Okay. Somebody go grab me a shirt because I fling my shirt away when I'm in my house, right? Grab me a shirt just to be decent. I leave them. Okay. It's not something that happens every day. That's an intentional thing. In other words, my feelings is like, all right. I just choose to leave them alone because I can see further than just that moment, right? What a lot of men will do is like, your sister, especially if the sister is single, she'll stay in her house too sometimes, does not realize that you are married. It's late now. You have to think beyond your feelings. Your feelings are deceptive by nature because they are feelings. They go in and out. If you notice you have some type of feeling, you feel some type of way, that's feelings, right? Check yourself. If it's something that doesn't happen every day, you're intentional, you leave it alone. So I understand the sister bonding thing, but it's not every sisters or siblings that get that, especially when it comes to the ladies. So I kind of understand that when she's talking about that as well. Tia and Tamara not speaking. My 2024 bingo card has run out of space. Voila. That's been speculated for the longest. That's really sad that it's true. Sibling relationship often change as you age. So you can see they're talking about sibling relationships there. So it's probably more so about the sibling thing than it's about her and her ex. But she did mention the ex. They met on a red carpet and she can't stand that. A lot of women, they go through a situation where the picture they're painting of their husband, which is their experience, when they tell it to other people outside, they don't believe them. They say, "What, Corey? No, it's a good guy." Wait, like it's like everybody just sees that partner from the lens of a person that was never really in that marriage. She saw what she saw. She experienced what she experienced. Only her can really speak to that. Somebody say, I love Tia. No one can make me hate her. This has been like this for the longest. She wasn't even Tamara's maid of honor. Yeesh. Some people have been following them for years. Says, I remember Tia and Tamara's reality show from years ago, and even back then, their relationship seemed strained and one-sided. They always seemed like they were at odds over something. Yeesh. That's rough. Not too much on Tamara now. If you all watched their show, you know Tia is the problem. Jesus. All right, so somebody said Tia is a problem. Let me go to this one. Somebody said, F the divorce. What happened with her and Tamara? I said Tamara. What happened with her and Tamara? That's what I'm sad about. Okay, somebody said they are literally been together since 2000. 15 of those years married. So her being emotional about being alone is warranted. Being with someone 24 years and then poof, not anymore can't be a good feeling regardless of who initiated the divorce. So they're shaming her. Okay, and these people wonder why they can't last in relationships. Right? The number first, I think the number one on our list of poisons here is shaming. Shaming is poisonous. But we're just talking about Tia Tamara. No, this is your behavior in your own relationships. You criticize, you complain, you condemn. It's just who you are. Stop the cap. Start acknowledge that first so you can start paying attention to it. Okay. So how do we hold people accountable to? Self. Start with yourself. And then maybe we'll figure the rest out. I see Portia's comment here say, praying for her to be separated from two people she loved and loved is so hard. Hopefully they can rebuild. Sisterly love is so important. I do think sisterly love is important to women. To men, not so much. Not so much. My brother and I, we're as close as ever. We can go 14, 15 days without actually talking. Text, random text. In this out, yes. If I feel the need to talk, I just pick up for a call. If he needs to talk, he will just pick up and call. I think it's a little bit of a different experience for women. As an identical twin who is close with his twin, this hurts my heart, man. I didn't know they weren't close. All right, Tia resonates more with her black side and Tamara more with her white side. They are twins, but they have completely different personality. Jesus Christ. Another angle. Forget him. I want to know why sister ain't on good terms. Okay, the name of that show, the sitcom was Sister. My bad. I said Tia and Tamara early on. It was Sister. Having a relationship with your siblings growing up, then not having it as an adult is hard. Speaking, okay. Why do people keep saying, get your husband back? Okay, so I can't see those comments here, but that's probably the fastest people to comment. Get your husband back. Having a man does not make a woman complete. And that person capitalizes. I'm going to tell this person to stop the cap. Yeah, I can smell
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. What do you mean by it doesn't make a woman complete? Tell us more, the rest of the story. I don't think it makes a woman complete, but can you tell me the rest of the story? What do you mean? She filed for divorce for a reason. No woman, I agree with that. No woman is going to leave a happy marriage. A woman is going to leave a marriage if it is unhealthy. Again, he's a good guy. He might be trying to fix things right now. And I think he should continue in that path. And if he continues in that path, there's a good chance, because there's nothing really out there in the streets. There's a good chance she will continue to yield back to him. They have children together and stuff like that. But with rhetorics like this capitalized stuff here, I don't know how easy that's going to be. Stop saying get your husband back. That does not solve every goddamn problem. The problem is that these things are not absolutes. Okay, the people that are saying it doesn't make a woman complete, they're saying that as an absolute. You know, the reality is that when you are in a healthy, fulfilling relationship, man or woman, you feel complete precisely because you're with that person. Precisely.
Stop the cap.
Because you are with a good match, a person that you complement each other. So that's why I said, what do you mean? Okay. Somebody said Lisa and Ray need to fix this. You can tell her and Tamara aren't close anymore. Learning they aren't close. Okay, they're talking about Tia and Tamara. You can want a divorce among the loss of the life marriage you had in some aspect. So divorce. So the point is that a lot of people are fantasizing that she's just regretting. She's just regretting. Are they going to back together? No, it's not going to be that simple. Okay, it's not going to be that simple. Okay, do women regret divorce? Some women do. Okay, but it's not because she's crying on the internet that she's having some emotional moments. It's none of that. That's the fantasy of people who would like to shame women who left unhealthy relationships or unhealthy marriage. That's the fantasy on that end. And that fantasy is the reason why many marriages don't stand a chance of coming back together, or many failed marriages don't stand a chance, because they keep trying to come from that angle of shaming the person who left. And it's not going to work. There's a reason why that person left in the first place. And you keep being dismissive about that reason. You're pushing them further away. And I know they have the right to cry about the death of that marriage. And no, you're not going to shame them to come back to a marriage that clearly was not standing, regardless of how much you want to shame. Oh no, it's her fault. She shouldn't have left. That's a stupid talk. At the end of the day, she left for a reason. And if Cory, you look at things that way, he would never attract her back. Never. Okay. So at the end of the day, the reason why she left is a standing reason. It's a valid reason. Bottom line is that she left. She was running from something, someone, the marriage. She left. People can come back together. But you're not going to use shaming. If you use shaming, it will be short lifespan, just like the marriage, the original marriage in the first place. Okay. So Natu says, I can't imagine not doing life with my twin sister. Natu is a twin. Hopefully she will bring her twin here one day. We have two different personalities, but she's my ace and go-to person. Yeah, so she's probably struggling with that. That's probably why she's having that emotion. And even if she was having emotion about her ex-husband, it doesn't mean that she now suddenly wants to go back. That's trying to oversimplify the idea of a person coming to a place where they've concluded that divorce is the solution. You can't simplify that to your obsession, to shame. It's not going to be that simple. All right, do me a favor, everybody that's here. I want to say shout out to the 6 of you watching me live today. I usually don't do Sundays, so the algorithms are probably not friendly today. So, but we're struggling. That's the fact. We're struggling with the algorithms here. I always like to disclose and be very upfront with you guys on that. The way you can help is to always hit the like button, share, subscribe. Now I see how you guys, especially those of us Prestige family in the backstage, how you're sharing videos. I also share videos. Everybody will just share videos as we go. Do me a favor, make sure you're sharing my videos to other platforms, other groups as well. Okay, it goes a long way. Hitting the share button, sharing it to your Twitter page. If you don't have a Twitter page, yes, you can just open a Twitter just because of Man of Prestige and the Prestige family, and help me share these videos on Man of Prestige. So for example, today, right now, we just went through another 4 masterclasses all in one. I'll see you guys most likely at around 7 or 8 p.m. on Tuesday, okay? Because I'll be joining an event with the United Nations General Assembly thing on Tuesday. So, but I want to do a show that day, but it might be late, okay? So just keep in mind for that. I'm not doing a show tomorrow, for sure. But we'll be doing Sharp Edge News tomorrow, late in the evening tomorrow night. You'll see Sharp Edge News as a channel in the homepage of the channel. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Shout out to you guys for being here. I appreciate you. For those of you that are here right now, I appreciate you. Thank you. We've had a slow month, but I appreciate you guys are the one keeping this going. So, but I want to say thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.